if you could look in there with the whiskers, that is Cleany.
Xander Wade loves his fish tank.
That means he's called a cleaner shrimp.
And his Ninja Turtles.
Michelangelo, because he likes pizza.
He looks and sounds like every other first grader.
I like all of them. They're all so cool. It's all of Mater's stories.
But in this case, looks can be deceiving.
For Xander, the part of the brain that controls all those things, the part of his brain that is doing all of those things that are going to run automatically is quitting. And it's just slowly quitting. Really, the only two systems at this point that are not being affected by this too severely is his heart and his lungs. Now, his heart had 6 defects when he was born. He's had 3 surgeries already. He currently has a big patch in and a big kind of a hole where a valve belongs that he doesn't have, and he has another hole between 2 chambers. In comparison, when you walk alongside somebody who has just a 6-year-old, if there is such a thing, this is very hard.
It's hard because Xander has spent almost as much time in the hospital as out. The illnesses are always just below the surface with him, which makes every day a struggle.
He has chronic pain because all the nerve endings will fire wrong. So one day he might be riding and be okay, the next day he might be riding and suddenly have horrible pain.
Fighting through all of that makes Xander a tough guy. But even tough guys need to go to school. For Xander, that was impossible until this robot rolled into his life.
Hi, Miss Spiker.
As soon as I learned about the robot, I immediately thought of Xander, and I thought, this is what he needs.
The robot takes Xander's place in class. It's equipped with a camera so he can see, speakers so he can be heard, and is controlled by Xander from a laptop at home. It's also just about the best thing to roll into his life in a long time.
Hey, friend. It is so cool. I love it. I love that robot.
The interaction with kids is just priceless. He is an amazing kid, like I said, has such a great personality, but to be around other kids his age is just phenomenal.
He has lost kind of so much control that this is one thing that he has control of, and the kids love it, and he's teaching us as well as hopefully we're teaching him.
It's like watching the impossible unfold in front of you. It was the unreachable thing. It was that thing that, I kind of put up on the shelf and was like, maybe someday. And it was that struggle inside that I was just constantly trying to accept. And so then here I am, I'm sitting and I'm watching it, and I'm watching them talk to him, and I'm watching him talk to them.
And I'm gonna be a vet doctor.
And he's moving from room to room, he's talking to teachers, he's talking to the principal, and I'm thinking, this was the impossible. This was the element in our world that couldn't happen.
Xander will never be a normal kid, but now he can go to school like one.
Words can't explain how happy I am for him, and there have been many tears shed just getting this opportunity, because this is one kid who wants to be a part of our family, who wants to be at school, and now we are able to give it to him. It's just, everyone's ecstatic.
If it gives him a little bit of a push, just enough to let him get through a day, those kids on the other side of that screen are giving him that. To be able to interact, be with kids, work together, disagree, for goodness sake, just have an argument with another kid, go through that resolution, figure out how you're going to solve this problem. I can't put a number on any of that.
This robot means Xander is no longer on an island with his illness. He's in class with his friends, the type of friends you can only make at school.